They dragged him through the western gate, bound bleeding to the grave, with dust beneath his broken knees and half his life away. The merchants had not bargained, no ransom had been named. They found their silver in the cart, their bodies where they'd lain. The watchman called him butcher's blood and left him there to die. But Anya cut the rope away and met his frightened eye. She washed the ash from open wounds, found steel beneath the skin, and fought the dark 3 nights and days until he breathed again. She gives one chance, no more than one, to stand and meet the bell. Her hands may pull you back from death, they do not save from hell. So do not trade on tenderness, or think her mercy tame. For when the final line is crossed, she only speaks a name. She brought him broth and bitter root, changed linen through the night. She smiled when he complained the stitch was drawn a finger tight. He spoke about his mother's hands, white flower on her sleeve, and how she died one thawing spring before he thought to leave. Then Anya spoke of winter rooms, of herbs that could not mend, of sitting by a narrow bed and knowing how it ends. For one small hour the walls grew still, the guarded words grew few. He thought the grief she shared with him had made his story true. She gives one chance, no more than one, to stand and meet the bell. Her hands may pull you back from death, they do not save from hell. So do not trade on tenderness, or think her mercy tame. For when the final line is crossed, she only speaks a name. My trial comes at morning, they'll ask what passed in here. Tell them I was not like the rest, tell them I showed fear. Tell them I was young and lost, tell them I can change. You know the man beneath the scars, you know I am not strange. She set the folded linen down and answered calm and plain, I'll speak of every wound I found and how you bore the pain. But I know only what I've seen, not whom you claim to be. The man who lay within this room, the road knows more than me. At dawn they raised the gallows beam, at noon they tried the bell. He watched its shadow cross the floor and knew she would not tell the gentle lie he'd planted there, nor make his innocence true. He had mistaken being heard for being pardoned too. The young herb girl brought water in and set it by his bed. He caught her with the loosened clasp he'd sharpened to an edge. He held it hard beneath her jaw, mere feet from Anya's hand. Open up the infirmary door, or watch where her blood bloodlands. Anya did not reach for steel, she did not raise her tone. Loose her, meet the rope upright, you need not die unknown. I'll tell them that you face the bell with what remained of pride. He pulled the trembling girl more close, and softly he replied, you would not let me die before, you will not let her bleed. Anya looked upon the girl and spoke one word, Mira. The young girl dropped as she was taught, one step across the floor. The brigand's hands went to his throat. He spoke no bargain more, his final error plain to him. Beneath his hands his lifeblood spread. She soothed the girl in quiet tones and pressed cloth to her graze instead. Behind them blood crossed through the grain and gathered by the bed. The hands that once had kept him here now gave him to the dead. The bell still waited in the yard, but never called his name. He chose his final judgment when Anya spoke the same. She gave one chance, no more than one, to stand beneath the bell. Her hands may pull you back from death, they could not save him from himself. So do not trade on tenderness